Hello, I'm Vivian McGrath from beingunbeatable.com, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about the two sides of narcissism and why we need to beware of a narcissist's good side. I get emails and comments every day, which is brilliant. Thank you. I love that you're engaging with me. But what I hear is a lot of the same language, words when referring to a narcissist, such as, I love them. I feel guilty about the thought of leaving them. I feel sorry for them. They need me. Or I see the good in them and believe that they're going to change when they promise to do so. A narcissist doesn't show you their darker, nasty side straight away. And that's because they first need to be sure that what they've found in you is the perfect supply. At the heart of a narcissist is a core of very fragile sense of self-esteem, of vulnerability and insecurity. And this grandiose sense of entitlement and inflated ego is just a coping mechanism that they use to deny the fact that actually they're deeply insecure. And they also have a desperate and constant need for approval, affirmation, admiration, and appreciation. There's 4 A's there. And it's a really constant need because the only way they can feel good about themselves is to be validated by external sources and other people around them. Their moods and behaviour depend on how others make them feel. So they need a supply, a constant supply of someone who will tell them they are wonderful, they're lovable. Somebody who has an abundance of empathy that they will always put the narcissist above themselves. And so they start to test with little glimpses of their dark side, and only when they see in you that you are someone who will keep forgiving the bad behaviour, who will I see the good side in them. I hope they're going to change. Who will overlook the pain they inflict on you and the fact that they don't put your needs first, and forgive them because you love their good side. You just don't like this bad side, but you forgive the bad because you don't see them as accountable for it. You believe them when they say, I'm sorry, that's not me, I'm going to change. I didn't mean it, I've got a troubled past. Or, I only was angry because you did this or that. And you change your behaviour. And you try and keep the peace and make them happy. And you love them more. You forgive that bad side because you love that good side, and you believe those promises to change, and you wait and you hope that that is going to happen and you're going to get that loving person someday. Which leads me on to the question that I often also get, which is, can a narcissist love? Well, I don't believe they are capable of empathy and understanding the impact they have on other people. But, you know, when you're in that heady early phase, and they're love bombing you and they're making you feel amazing, you're the only one in the world for them and that sort of thing, they convince us that they love us. And they might even feel that they do, because for a while they're so insecure, but you are giving them what they need. You're the perfect supply, and you make them feel so good and so secure. Maybe they do believe they love you. But the problem is, it's an impossible task to love a narcissist because, as I said, this constant and desperate need for approval all the time, for validation from outside, they need to be made to feel good by other things and people around them. That no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, you're never going to make them feel secure, because it is a bottomless pit of neediness and insecurity. So you might keep trying to rescue them. You might keep trying to save them. You might keep putting their needs above your own. But in the end, that seeing the good side in them is actually quite a dangerous and unhealthy thing. Because firstly, it lulls you, that good side that you keep waiting and hoping for and believing that they're going to change into. It's a false hope. It's never going to happen. They're not going to change. They'll say they will, but as soon as they say they will, they'll then move the goalposts. And when you even raise the fact that they treated you badly and face them with the truth, show them the truth, they'll flip it back onto you and say, well, why aren't you supporting me now? Now I've promised to change. You should be supporting me. You're not being a good enough girlfriend or boyfriend. And so again, they'll just flip it back onto you and you're the one to blame. They'll shift the goalpost away from their behaviour and it's all about them, you know, how you make them feel, and you've got to make me feel good again. So it lulls you into this false hope, but worse, the good side of them is what drives the cycle of abuse. Because the more you get the nice side, the nasty side, the nice side, the nasty side, the more you end up on this hamster wheel, constantly trying to feed them, soothe them, make them feel good, keep the peace, stop walking on eggshells. And then as you keep getting the good side and then it goes, and the good side it goes, you also develop this craving. And the only one that can make you feel good about yourself, again, after abuse, is them, the person who's abusing you. So you become addicted. You become what's known as codependent, addicted to somebody who is never, ever, ever going to be able to fulfill your emotional needs. And the cycle of abuse wears you down. They belittle you. They criticize you. Their expectations of you are greater and greater and greater, and their demands on you to supply them, feed them, and make them feel good gets more and more and more, that it's all at your expense and it sucks you dry. So they might be feeling great, but by the end of it, your needs are irrelevant and you are sucked dry. You've got no self-esteem left. And the longer you stay in a relationship with that cycle of abuse, the harder it is to leave. So don't be conned by this good side. It's just a false hope. It doesn't exist. The real them is the abusive, manipulative narcissist. They might be very good at putting on this good Dr. Jekyll mask that is this good side that makes you think that inside them is this loving, wonderful person. And if only you can love them enough, do enough for them, prove to them you love them enough, you're going to get that person out and never see the nasty side again. But that is just a lie. It's a false hope. It's never going to happen. So what I suggest is you take that abundance of empathy that you have and all that energy you're wasting on trying to rescue them and fix them, and realize that in fact you're the one who needs saving. You're the one who needs to put your needs first, because the narcissist won't. Your well-being first, because again, the narcissist doesn't care. They will love you only as long, and you'll only see that good side, only as long as you can keep doing what you're doing, twisting yourself, walking on the eggshells, changing your behavior to make them feel good about themselves. And if they don't get that, if they don't get something in return for showing you this good side, well, then they'll just discard you. Or worse, the cycle of abuse will get so bad and the abuse will escalate to a level that's so great that you are actually in serious danger and at risk, at worst, of even losing your life, with a malignant narcissist, that is. So take that energy. Don't be conned by this good side. They don't have two sides. They are the same person. the good side and the bad, and they are responsible for the abusive behaviour. You are not to blame for it. And you are not responsible for their moods, their behaviour, making them happy, changing them into somebody you've got in your head that one day they're going to become. Focus on you and pour that empathy onto you. Because are you really getting anything out of this relationship? Are they really ever going to change? Have they ever shown you any evidence of that? My guess is no. So put yourself first. Save you first. Love you first. And know that you deserve better. So if you like that video, please click like, please subscribe, and do share, because I'd love to get word out and educate people about the manipulative tactics that narcissists use and how you can empower yourself to change and not be controlled by them. So stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.